There we go, 10 minutes. It's greeted by cheers from the City section, and there's a few Palace fans putting their hands on their heads.
Totally understandable. I get their anxiety and frustration at that 10 minutes, but from a Manchester City point of view, that to me at times, you know, when they pass and pass and pass, and I mean it's an emergency for them. I think the ball can go into the box and try and pick up pieces. They are in decent crossing positions, but they choose to pass it instead. They've had huge success with that, I know it. But when you're desperate as they are at this moment in time, I do think it can go in earlier than it does, or has done.
Foden. Taken away from him. But then taken out of play by Lerma. 1 minute of the 10 has gone. I think Dean Henderson got a booking at the last break in play for taking a bit too long about his business. He'll take that.
He's been absolutely outstanding, hasn't he?
Doku bumped off it. Stuart Atwell says nothing to see there. Guardiola. Now it's Akanji. De Bruyne. Turned away. Foden back to Akanji. Echeverry. Doku. He's seen so much of it. It's in his mind this time. Gets to the byline, headed away as far as De Bruyne, and he's put it wide.
If there's one guy you wanted to fall to, it would be him, wouldn't it? The touch and the volley, you just can't get it. It's always going away from goal. Just the fade, isn't it? There you go, you can see it. It's the outside of the right boot.
Well, we're coming to the end of his Manchester City era. Are we coming to the end of a bigger era?
It's a big question.
The Northern powerhouse is not what it was.
Well, they've not done enough in the second half to go and win this FA Cup final, have they? I was expecting more from them, more like they had in the first half. Yes, they've had the 1 or 2 decent chances, but not enough to win it up to now.
Here's Echeverry. It was a good run until the final swing at the ball.
Well, that's what's happened. That's been a constant. There's always been a Crystal Palace player there in front and blocking. And at times there's been 2 or 3, as there was.
De Bruyne. Eza stopped the pass from reaching Gundogan. And then very cool, he gets away from a couple of challenges. How good was that? And then he was fouled at the end of it.
How cool was that from him?
It was then Echeverry who dumped him to the floor. And he's going to get a yellow card.
He was under no stress, was he? Is there?
Just how he plays the game. What a lovely feature that was pre-match.
Yeah.
Going back to his South London roots. This will mean so much more to him and them. If it happens for Crystal Palace, that is. It's not just a first major trophy in their proud history. A place in Europe awaits for the first time ever. If they can hang on for 6 more minutes. Gundogan. Echeverry to De Bruyne.
Nketiah thought he was going to get tripped, didn't he? And he didn't.
Foden. Manchester City needs some magic. There's plenty out there on the field who've cast their spell a time or two. Don't think they've needed it quite so urgently as they do now. Doku. Can't get through. And Guardiola's beaten to the ball by Will Hughes, who was in the Watford team that got hit for 6 by City on this stage 6 years ago. Diaz to Doku. Doku gets himself half a yard. Richards couldn't keep it out. Henderson can. Now it's Gundogan. Foden. Akanji. O'Reilly didn't get there. Echeverry does, and it's blocked again. Arms in the air, claiming handball.
Well, that's exactly the same thing what's happened again. You've got 3 players closing them down. I mean, the Man City players are screaming for a penalty for handball.
De Bruyne to Akanji. Ruben Diaz. Doku. Thinking outside the box. That's what it's going to take. Incidentally, the review for handball's over. Not given.
Yeah, the arm was really close to the body.
Foden. Foden's gone too deep with that. And Palace will take as long as they possibly dare to get the game going again.
Just have a look where Doku is when that ball's coming into the box. Can't afford to be standing out there. He knows that they're desperate and the ball's about to come in. He's got to try and get in there and attack it. There's only Haaland in there.
Three minutes left of the added time. Crystal Palace 3 minutes away from the biggest moment in their history. It has echoes of 1988 Wimbledon against Liverpool, crazy gang against the Culture Club. Maybe not that dramatic a difference between the sides, but one goal in it, a missed penalty and all.
They've had to sit deep, they've had to defend, they've had to get men behind the ball. But what they've done so well is the number of blocks they've managed to get in. With one closing down, another one backing him up, sometimes 3 and 4. It's what they've had to do all game.
And Foden goes for it, Mitchell went with him. Gundogan down to Echeverry. There's Akanji, here's Foden. De Bruyne. And Henderson will watch that bounce and let it roll. It will all be worth it if they can hang on. Goodness me, there are Manchester City fans, believe it or not, who are too young to have known the glory years. For some a bit older, it's more back to normal. But they aren't done quite just yet.
Not yet. Nearly.
Guardiola, the flag is up for offside. I don't think City want the free kick, but they've got one. They wanted to get on with it. 99 minutes. 1 to go. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. The next chance, if there is to be a chance, has to go in for City. Doku. Thought better of it. Diaz back to Jeremy Doku. Hughes won't get out of his way. Doku has the shot. It's tame, it's wide, and that's the signal for Palace fans to really believe they're 20 seconds away.
I've never seen a scuffed shot cheered so much in all my life. I really haven't. That's how desperate and nervous they are, and he is. Look at the stress on his face.
The chairman, Steve Parish, daren't go yet. But it is the year of the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. Now the Eagles of South London are going to win the Emirates Emirates FA Cup. The Eagles have landed.
The winners of the Emirates FA Cup.
Oliver's Army are on their way. And there is an explosion of joy, of disbelief, of wonder, of what his team has just achieved. Lovely smile on the face of Steve Coppell, their manager in 1990 when they rang Manchester United so close, took them to a replay, was 7 minutes away from winning the cup back then. They've had to wait another agonising 35 years to finally do it, but for those old enough, it will feel worth every one of them now.
You can imagine how he was feeling when the 10 minutes of added time went on, can't you? All worth it now, though.
Some lovely lines from Oliver Glasner, who seems a wise old bird in charge of Palace. There was one particularly yesterday when he was asked how it would feel if he became the first manager to take this club to a significant trophy, and he kept his calm. He didn't even flinch at the question. He said a translation of an old German phrase: you don't talk about the egg before the hen lays it. Well, I think that one came from the Golden Goose. The Golden Eagle, if you prefer. A special word and a great cheer from the Palace fans for Emirates Eze. The team, formerly known as the Glaziers, has finally broken through football's glass ceiling. Mark Gahey looks as though he needs to rub his eyes. And Joel Ward is there with him, which is a lovely touch. Palace might never have been in the Premier League if it weren't for him and his goal line clearance in the playoff final against Watford here in 2013. They've been there ever since. And this will be his last action as a Palace player before leaving this summer. They're going to give him the honour of lifting the trophy. He's going to go to Mark Gahey to share the honours. Oh, Mark Gahey's walking away. He doesn't want to do it.
Going in the middle.
Look at Emirates Eze's face. That just rather sums it all up.
Brilliant.
And once they get to the middle, this is the bit that all the eyes are upon.
2025 Emirates FA Cup.
The moment. For the first time, Crystal Palace are winners of the FA Cup, the world's greatest cup competition.
Beau gamin, fantastique aujourd'hui. On a fait pas Let's go! Let's go! This guy, he's a cow. Big boss on Wembley, it's him. Big boss on Wembley, he's from Wembley. He's from Wembley. at the legend. Look at the legend. He's the legend. You know what? Latino!